Okay, good morning. It's good that I can start my recording now because there's no one around. And here they have a car. This is the Q60. And it's kudos to Infiniti for bringing it in not too long after it has been introduced globally. But it's a interesting irony because the Q50 came from a Coupe platform, and then they made that into a 4-door, and then now it came back into a 2-door. So that's quite interesting. So it's from the 370Z, they made it into that. A lot of revisions and all that. It is a capable platform, and then now they turn it back into a coupe. All right. I don't think I see any body panel that is exchangeable to that. Kudos to that. A lot of European car makers, right? When they build their 2-door version, they style the headlamp to look similar to the 4-door, but actually they are different. Maybe they are slimmer or longer or something like that, right? They are actually different. You look at the 4 Series and the 3 Series, they look very similar. You cannot swap the headlamps, all right? But Infiniti Go, they just change it. I mean, this front looks awesome, right? It's very different from the Q50. And I like this part where the chrome actually goes in and then go up like that. So I think a lot of car makers are doing this kind of design now, right? Everyone is aggressive, and then very flowy lines, and then of course you have the daytime running lights. These are the identities, and then I like these as well. So Infiniti has been rather like not as fortunate as the other premium car makers because their parent company Nissan, Renault Nissan Alliance and all that, and Carlos Ghosn is an accountant, so very stingy boss. So when you have a very stingy boss, it doesn't matter a lot of things that you propose, he will just say no all the time. But granted, you still get something out of nothing, right? So let me see. Oops. Oh, so this is only for... I don't think this is functional. I think it's merely for cosmetics. Okay. See, every time BMW starts something and then it becomes a trend. It's alright. It's sometimes when they do this, right, when they make it too small, it looks like an unnecessary design thing. But when it's big enough, it looks like it's there for a purpose. So I don't mind that. And this has been quite unique. Infiniti's own Hofmeister King within a Hofmeister King. So it's like Hofmeister Kingception. And then unique. And sort of gels in with their whole look. That's the rear. Alright. So it's nice to see a premium coupe, introducing cars in Malaysia is not cheap, and then homologation and all that, right? But sometimes when car maker does it, right, you appreciate it because they make our roads prettier, right? Oh, electronic release. Let me open the doors. They're still using this type, the touch type. So, which I think it's about time to upgrade to those sensor type where you touch and then they lock, you hold here and then they open. The touch type is weird. You know how Audis or Lexus, when you want to open the door, right, it's very, you don't feel the mechanism, but this one is, you feel the full thing, man. Ooh, I didn't do that on purpose, mind you. Very nice plush leather. Solid metal? No, plastic coated. But it feels okay. Fit and finish, no qualms, no complaints about it. I like cars where their door handles have this handle. It makes a big difference when you're cruising. Bose, nice. Oh, these are rather proletariat. Yeah, let's go and have a look. There's the interior. Identical to the Q50. So nothing much to say here. It's at times in car designing, right, let me explain something to you. When you see a center stack that is completely symmetrical, it means when they produce left-hand drive or right-hand drive, they do not need to produce another set of this. You know, like BMW, they angle towards the driver, right? They need another set that angles towards the other side. Alright? So when you see dashboards like this, then you know that it's a smart decision. To me, it's okay to have a symmetrical dashboard where when they produce left-hand drive, right-hand drive, all this can be reused. Right? All they need to do is maybe to change the direction of this. They flow from here, then the gear stop will be here. But some are interesting in the I forgot it's E class or C class already, where the drive mode is over here and then the volume is over here. Because when it's left-hand drive, the driver will be driving there. He will be adjusting the drive mode most often. And then as a passenger here, I will adjust the volume because he has the volume control over there. But some car makers just decided that it's not too big of a hassle, because if you sit here, you can do it anyway. Yeah, but I'm just gonna explain it, but at least this is like that. But if you Google a bit, right, this dashboard looks almost 80% or 85% similar to the previous Hyundai Sonata. I think it's a design coincidence, because when you want to have that kind of flowy lines, you decided to put your aircon vents here because you want to free up this space. See, some car makers, if you put your screen here, you want to put your aircon vents below, it cuts off what you can do with both. Look at this one, right? Since the aircon vents are placed like that, right? That means this layout is totally ready if one day Infiniti decided to go all Tesla. It's ready. They can use it now. Even now, it has this. Is the only car maker with a 2-screen system that is, to me, I think, convoluted. All right, but nonetheless, if you look at the door panel, it's a very nice, very Japanese, very high class. You know, all the stitchings are all beautiful, and I always like a mixture of materials. Even you have metallic surfaces. There are 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of shades, and then it all adds up. It looks flowy and nice and just beautiful. If you want to compare, you watch my A4 video where I just complain about the door panels because they look so dull. Right. Let's go to the rear. I believe coupes of this segment, right, has more interior room than that of my. Is that a button? Oh, I like this. One button you press and then it will move itself out of the way so that you can come into here. And then if I press the button, it should come back to me. Does it? Oh, I just pull. What does it do? And then it will come back. Okay, I have very good leg room. Wait, let me show you. Hold on a minute. Okay. I have very good leg room. Now, this is pushed quite far back, but I have a deep footwell, and then I can rest my legs very well. It's comfortable here. It's more spacious than my 6 Series behind here, but I don't have headroom. Yeah, which will be a problem. I have to slouch all the way down. Yeah, and then I get a panoramic roof when the sun is not hot. Alright, but these are coupes. For a coupe to be able to fit a 5'11" gorilla behind, 4 gorillas for that matter, is pretty good job, because my 6 Series can't do that. Okay, and if you ask why, when they designed the BMW 6 Series, it is for pensioners, where their kids are 20s or 30-year-old, and then the father and mother both 50-year-old, you know, no longer can have sex. So, no, joking. And then, you know, it's designed for pensioners, that segment. So rear leg room is not an important thing. Okay, let me try and what else should I do? I put this back so that I don't mess up the car. Do I have a boot release? Yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Is it that high security? somehow you need to unlock or start the car, so do something with it. Okay, so it has dual tailpipes, 2-liter turbocharged, the same Mercedes engine in the E250, 211 horsepower, and just to I remember Boy 638 always asked me to show the engine, but I see the problem with me is that I'm holding this thing, I'm holding the batang one-handed, right? But I have nothing to show lah, the engine, right? 211 horsepower is a Mercedes engine with an Infiniti plastic cover from water-cooled to air-cooled intercooler, and with a 7-speed G-tronic transmission. Okay, so this is the Q60. SP Sport, Dunlop SP Sport. I don't like these tires, the Dunlop SP Sport. Maybe these are newer ones, but I just don't like them. Alright, it's good to see more coupes, seriously. You have the 4 Series, you have the C-Class Coupe. And I think in terms of exterior, this guy is very close to the C-Class Coupe in terms of positioning, the kind of very flowy, very elegant, sporty, but more towards elegant type of design. Yeah, and it's practical. I mean, not necessary that after you got married, you need to buy a 4-door, because the rear can fit your kids and whatever necessary needs. And then you have a large boot. So, yeah, why not? Yep, that's the Q60. See ya.